Page 40, more solving systems. Okay, I'm going to show you a really cool calculator way to solve these systems, okay? So there's a couple of ways you can do these, but I'm going to show you the way you can do it all in the calculator without having to do much manipulation on paper. So in the first one we're going to do together, in the equation 6.5x plus 1.4y equals 59, what is the value of x when y is 5? Okay, so one way you could do this is you could plug in the 5 right here and do all the math and solve for x, but that can get pretty messy on paper. What we're going to do is we're going to treat these as two unique equations in a system. So I'm going to type each of these in the calculator just like I did in the previous video. Okay, so I go to my graph, and this is not solved for y. Well, actually, that one's solved for y, so I'm just going to put y is 5, f of x is 5. That's my first line, my horizontal line. I hit tab, and I'll put this one in by deleting and going to relation. 6.5x plus 1.4y equals 59. Okay, the other one's way over there, but you can see the intersection, and we're going to use that same analyze graph feature that we did in the last video. Menu, analyze graph, intersection. You go over here close to it, stay in the white spot so you don't actually click on something, click the middle button, drag, and it tells us the order pair. It's 8, 5. We know the y is 5. All we're looking at is the 8. 8, 5. And if you turn on the grid lines, it'll be even easier to see. 8 to the right and 5 up, right there. All right, really handy. So what is the value of x? It's going to be 8. Number 3, Auto Check Motors charge Mr. Jones $84 for an automotive part, plus $68 per hour that a mechanic worked to install the part. The total charge was $353. Okay, there's a lot of stuff we have to pull together for this one, okay? First of all, we know we have to piece together an equation out of the problem. Now, here's an exception to a rule I told you earlier. I said whenever you have a total, you usually have a standard form equation. Okay, now this is a total, but it's not going to be a standard form equation. We're not looking at one of these. We don't have enough stuff. This isn't like a quarters versus dimes type problem like we saw with several of those. Okay, what we're going to do here instead is we're going to talk about the way we know to set up a typical y equals mx plus b problem, meaning b is our starting value. It's something that we start with. And then m we call our over and over numbers, something that's happening over and over. So in this situation, you have a starting fee. This auto parts store or whatever is charging Mr. Jones $84 for the part. It's like the one-time fee. So my plus b number here is going to be plus 84. But then there is an over and over charge happening, the per hour charge. Remember, the words per, each, or every spells out P, per, each, or every. They help you find the slope number. And in this case, this is my over and over charge. My slope is 68. So my equation here is y equals 68x plus 84. All right, that's my first equation. Do we have another equation? We do. It has to do with that total. The total charge is $353. What do we do with that? Well, take a look at X and Y. Here, X is hours, and Y is the total charge. Right? When you do $68 an hour times the hours, and you also add the $84 starting fee, you're going to get the total charge. They're giving us the answer to the problem. So our second equation is Y equals 353. What they want to know is how many hours did the guy work to charge him that much money. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to graph these two equations and do the intersection again. So I go to my graph screen. I'm going to type in Y equals 68x plus 84. Okay. It's a really steep line. It's way up there because it hits the y-axis at 84, somewhere way up here. Okay, and then I'm going to do y equals 353, and that's going to be way up there. We're not even going to see it until we zoom out a whole lot. All right, like I said, we're not going to see it, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to zoom out a lot. Menu, zoom out. Let's start zooming out so we can see this thing. And probably zoom to fit might have worked even better. Getting there. There is my other line. You see where they're crossing? The blue line, the red line. Now, we're going to go ahead and do menu, analyze graph, intersection. Okay, 3.96 comma 353. We knew about the 353. It was 3.96 hours. What's the closest answer choice to that? It's going to be 4 hours, about 4 hours. Again, if you don't like that, because that was a little bit of zooming in the calculator, you could plug in the 353 here, and you could just do it without it being a system. You could just solve for x. In fact, you could even plug in the 353 here, write out the entire rest of the equation, and put it into nsolve, and you could get the answer that way as well. Question 5. If x comma negative 4 is a solution to the equation 4x minus 5y is 8, what is the value of x? Again, you could nsolve this. You could. I could rewrite this putting negative 5 times negative 4. And all I would have is one variable, and I could put that into nsolve. But I'm going to show you how to do it the systems of equations way. All right, we type this equation in the calculator. We have another equation we can make, which is y equals negative 4. All right, let's type in those two equations. Y equals negative 4. There it is. And then I need to put the second one in as a relation. 4x minus 5y equals 8. 4x minus 5y equals 8. There's my other one. There's my intersection, menu, analyze graph, intersection. Go over here to one side, click, drag, negative 3 comma negative 4. So when y is negative 4, x is negative 3. Last one. The graphs of y equals 2x minus 3 and y equals 3x minus 7 are shown below. Here they are. If 2x minus 3 is equal to 3x minus 7, what is the value of x? Okay, what are they saying? They're saying, where's the one place where these are the exact same? Well, it's right here, right? We could type those in the calculator and get the point of intersection again, but since we have a graph already on the paper, what is that point? 4 to the right, 5 up. So the ordered pair is 4, 5. What do they want? They want the value of x. The value of x is 4.